We're live? Yes, I should be alive by now. But hello, everyone. Welcome to. I didn't get share the stream. But hello, everyone. Welcome to our Watchalong. Yes, we should be alive. Let me check the lineup. Because I think it's a neutral match. But at the same time, I want Lazio to win. Guess what? Milan are on the race for a title challenge. But I know that Milan don't lose a lot. Mostly only one loss, and that's against Cremonese. Yeah. Let's see. Everything going well? Yeah. I know, sorry. Go back to keeping clean sheets after Inter. But yeah, Milan at home. Milan is someone's lineup. I mean, it's pretty much the same lineup. Mine is Pulisic for the Cuckoo. Because Pulisic apparently injured. You know, he got back. He got back against us, my Inter. Score against us and disappeared like that. You know, I don't know what drugs. I don't know what drugs he's putting put. I don't know what drugs. But yeah, 3-5-2. Like Mignon, Pavlovic, Gabia, Tamori, wingbacks, Bartoszagi. I mean, I think he should cement his starting lineup. Bartoszagi's been much better than I say. Bartoszagi's been better than Stupinian, Salamakers. Yeah, it's Bartoszaги and Salamakers. Wingbacks. And in midfield, Rabiot, Modric, and Fofana. And then up front, Leon Nkunku. 4-3-3 for Lazio. Providale, Pellegrini, Romagnoli, Gila, Maricic. Luca Pellegrini. 20, oh, I thought he's like 20, but he's 26. Of course. Basic, Vecino, and Guendouzi in midfield. Up front, Zakanya, Dia, and Isaacson. The 4-3-3 is the most, I think it fits well. It was the most sorry lineup. But yeah. You know what? I'm going to expect a Milan win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Milan. Yeah, 2-0 win for Milan. Because Milan, you know, they dropped 4 times. They only lost 1 game. Yeah, you're surprised that Milan only lost 1 game, which is a surprise. You feel like they've been drawing a lot, but people forgot that they only lost 1 game. That's against Cremonese. Or Inter. Let's see. For Inter, yes, I know Inter are higher up because they haven't drawn a game. Win, lose. In fact, since the start of the season, we haven't drawn a game. Either win or just bottle it and lose. Except it's Udinese and Napoli. But yeah, I think. But Milan, you know how? I think that Sarri would struggle against this Milan side. Because I know Lazio are very error prone. And for Milan, they can defend compact. They defend compact. It's Allegri's style. Only difference is between Inter and Milan is that Milan don't have to press. Hopefully I'd like to win, but I just don't see it. More like the draw. You know, give them a game. But yeah, I'm not going to be expecting much from this Lazio side. But Lazio are 8th right now. Yeah, Inter, they have to win the game. I know it's Pisa, but Pisa, they can actually get draws, draw. You know, they only have one win. Don't underestimate. It's Pisa and Venezia, the Coppa Italia. Yeah, Pisa and then Venezia, and then Como. You know, yeah, Como I wouldn't underestimate. They're in good form, unbeaten, and I can also defend. Of course, we keep an eye on Nico Potts. So yeah, if it's yeah, who's Milan against? What did Coppa Italia? I'm forgetting. Because Coppa Italia should be set by now. Let's see. Coppa Italia. Let's see. So we have Juve against Udinese, Atalanta against Genoa, Napoli Cagliari, Inter Venezia, mm. Mm. Bologna Parma, Lazio Milan, Roma Torino, Fiorentina Como. You know what? I think that Como would probably get a deep run. I can bring which one? Because Como should get a deep run. I mean, you can do a quick check on Wikipedia. Something. Maybe a quick check. Neutrals web. Yeah, because Inter Venezia, Como. You know what? I think Como can actually reach the semifinals for the Coppa Italia. Because Fiorentina, they're a mess right now. Even Vanoli. At Napoli, I know that Conte will throw away the Coppa Italia. I have a feeling about that. Yeah, Como. They're going to be surprised this season. I think. Deep run for Coppa Italia. But, yeah, it's Roma. Roma Torino. I think Roma will win that one. In fact, I think most of the yeah, if I'm gonna predict the round 16, I'm going Bologna, Milan, Juve, Atalanta, Inter, Roma, Como, and Napoli. It's Cagliari. I not I'll be surprised, but then again, I at the same time won't because it's Conte. What's his track record in the Coppa Italia? I don't get a number for that. Because surprisingly he has never won it in his career, in his managerial career. He never won it. Let's where are they placed in its time? Oh, oh, good save. What a save. What a save. You know, yeah, runners up. Semifinals. Oh, what a save by Mignon. See, this is how you save a header. This is how you save a header. Yeah, final, semis, and quarters. I didn't expect that. But yeah, Mignon. Can we have a keeper like that? Meanwhile, if it's Summer, it would win in. If it's Summer, it would. I'll guarantee you, if Summer went, it would have went in. Yeah, good save by Mignon. Yeah, good save by Mignon. You know, there's a difference between what a good goalkeeper can do. Of course, Summer peak decline. He's probably clearly on a peak decline. Peak declining. Yeah, Mignon shot stopping. The difference between having a goalkeeper and not having one. Shot stopping. Summer starts stopping a bit poor. Rabiot, good. Leo. Come on, tap it in. Come on, you guys missed that. Missed that. You missed that. You gotta tap it in. Uh, wait. Who missed that? Uh, good dummy by Fofana. Yeah, great dummy by Fofana. Yeah, great dummy. Uh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because they choose be who you want to win the league. Roma, Milan, or Napoli. Bologna would be a surprise, but yeah, Bologna would be a surprise. Yeah, either Roma, Milan, Napoli. The Roma would be a surprise. Okay. Oh, Fofana. Yeah. But yeah, nice dummy by Fofana. Modric. Wait, why is Fofana wearing the 10? Wait, what? Good job, Modric. Yeah, wait, I thought it was 19. It was 19. Oh, I misread it. It's like, Fofana wearing 10? Yeah, even from distance, you get. Yeah, does a 9 look like a 0 to you from distance? You know, Lazio, they do press. You know, Lazio does press. Be careful of, but yeah, we're in a dummy by Papana a few minutes ago. Lazio. But yeah, it's a mignon save. You know, the difference between having a keeper. In the summer, he's not saving that. I think for Inter, you probably get a keeper in the summer at most. Midfield, actually, Frattesi might leave in January. There's an offer. Usually, I would be a type where if they get a good offer, just take it. If they get an offer, just take it. No, for Frattesi, if he wants to leave, he can leave. Yeah, you want to leave, he can leave. That's a tier I'm pointing out, but now, like, okay. I think the PO of the game, we would pretty much replace PO and Doof as game changers. Oh, Providale, good job. Oh, can you? Oh, yeah. Come on. And get that. Come on, overlap. Overlap. Oh, he's like sitting. But yeah, you watch Providale, you watch Big Young, and then I'm stuck with Summer. Yeah, I think, yeah, Milan would do well against Lazio. Yeah, Frattesi. My thought is that if there's an offer, you can just take it. And I think PO and Juve would be the game changer, the new game changers. And hopefully Juve can be more involved, a lot more involved than Frattesi. Because Frattesi, when he's building up, he's invisible. Defensive at work, invisible. When you stick him up as number 9. Problem is, we're number 9. You probably would get someone who would probably occupy, probably take their man on. I mean, you probably need a dribbler type. Of course, we could get someone like Lookman, but it fell through a long time ago. Maybe we missed out on Dybala. I remember. Every time because these days, I think for it to beat Inter, you can just sit back and counter, even though the Hakan is not press resistant. Not press resistant, and he's bound to make a mistake. They'd probably trade a sell midfielder to get a midfielder. Preferably someone who is, yeah, preferably a natural DM. I prefer a natural DM. It'll help cover up a lot of space. Because it's actually fascinating how Inter, I think it's been going on since beginning of 2025, where the midfield cannot function without Hakan or Barella. I know Hakan, you can lose the ball in dangerous areas, but can still shoot from distance, can still dictate play. In fact, yeah, with Hakan and Barella, you get your greatest midfield defensive contribution. And of course, lesser extent, Mickey. Suchet is going to grow. I think Suchet will grow. Do I hope so. That's like, oh, careful, careful. At Milan. Yeah, look at link up. Diaz so yeah. Come on, good. Diaz gotta get that. Diaz gotta get that. Pick and okay. Yeah, player down. Player down. Hmm. As yeah, you know, you have. I think the difference between Sunni and Oak Tree is for Oak Tree, they're a lot more restrictive than Sunni. And Sunni is broke. Oak Tree acts broke. Yeah, you see it's hard. It reminds me of we have Pepe. And again, I feel like I always think that Oak Tree is like tying a lot of our the board's hands. I honestly think they are. Because there's no way that yeah, there's no way our transfers are very different, even though with pretty much the same people running it from the Sunni era. Is under Steven Chang at least. You can actually get it, even though we're pretty much a broke club. We can actually sign some 30-year-old unks. Yeah, sign 30-year-old unks, but hopefully we can't do that. And they're not going to give us money for those Wonder Kids, even though Wonder Kids these days are like what, 70 million, 65, maybe 100. Yeah, Oak Tree doesn't want to do that. They have money, but they're not. They want to act broke. Nico Pats. He's going to go back to Madrid. I think so. Probably in January or June. Which yeah, Pats is probably back. Or Nico Pats will probably go back to Madrid. Otherwise, sell for 70 million, which not a lot of clubs can afford. Yep. I think Nico Pats is. I think I can see him going back to Real Madrid. I don't know who he will replace since Madrid do have a lot of number 10s. They can play there. Goulet. Uh, I guess anyone sell Brahim Diaz. You see, but then again, Diaz is at most a bench player for Madrid. Kick. Oh, easy save. It's unless Como they can has faith in unless Pats has faith in Fabregas's project. And for Como, they got a lot of players. They got a lot of players where either streets won't forget or exciting ballers. I guess Como's scouting is really top tier scouting. We're in the richest club in Serie. You can afford the scouts. Where you go trust the process and stuff. Um, I mean, like Arsenal, where you trust the process. On one hand, you gotta build the culture, winning culture. On the other, yeah, you gotta build a culture, but on the other, they're the richest club in Serie. I mean, you have Milan and Inter ran by bankers, pretty much. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Forlani still runs the club? I only think that if Forlani still runs most of the club, I honestly think that he would pick some hipster or coach and coach them. That's what I think. Some hipster coach. Well, yeah, Milan. I don't know. I think that Allegri just looked more expansive than his time in Juve. I don't know. This Juve second stint Juve is like a hard watch. Milan like oh exciting stuff. Sideways passing, but yeah, it's a good game. But yeah, Milan playing very well against Lazio. You know they got a few scares. Against Lazio, they got chances. I don't think Providence doesn't make a save yet. Yeah, Providence, good sleep. to Fafana. Up, put away. Again, headway. The ball. Wait, how long is the contract for Maurizio Sarri's Lazio? Sorry. What's his contract? 2-year contract. So yeah, depends. Option is UCL, but I think the Lazio will not get to UCL football, given how good Milan, Roma, Napoli have been. Because Inter, I think they'll be Inter. I think they'll be fighting for top four. I think I said it in the beginning. A lackluster transfer. But if we're gonna scrape transfer and do nothing, we're becoming as what is the Juve. Scrap for top four, like they are a zombie. Of course, I want to rule out Bologna and Como. They've been they've been good. Bologna, Como. I wouldn't rule them out. Juve, it made a bit scrappy, but I don't know. Spalletti, I'll just give him time. But Spalletti, I will give him time for his team to work on those tactics. Because Spalletti, I think he would be much better at club football than the national football. Come on, ref's arguing with Modric. Ref, like, argue. You know, I like the ref cap. Like, Modric. You're arguing with Modric. Yeah, you're arguing with Luka. That ref is arguing with Luka Modric. Right there. What get a card for? Tomori. Oh, what's hey, look at a yellow card. Can you imagine mic this up? Okay, that's a fair yellow. That's a yellow right there. Let me get a reverse camera angle. Like, looks like a 50-50 foul. Ugh. It's more yellow. High boot. High boot. Lose the ball again. Fofana. Good job, Fofana. You know, Fofana. You know, I don't know. It is reading the brain. Would you rather Fofana or Fratesi? You'd rather have Josef Fofana or David Fratesi. Yeah, but yeah, I would like the physical DM. Yeah, for Inter, get a physical DM. They managed to somehow sell Cherby to Al Hilal and get a center back. Yeah, and get Sergio Ramos. I mean, he'll be available for free. Honestly, I would take him. Take Sergio Ramos because center back who knows how to defend and an actual leader. He's a leader, which is what Inter, I think, are lacking. Physicality and and proper leaders. Fofana, lose the ball. Fofana, lose the ball. But yeah, would you rather have Joseph Fofana or David Fratesi? Who gets that? You know, Fratesi get because Fratesi at least you can scam it in an unusual GNA. Everything else, Fofana, good job. Yeah, 30 minutes in, still 0-0. You know, watch Fofana. You know, the only thing I'm happy is Fofana doesn't play for my team at least. He doesn't play for my team. I'll put it. I'll do a quick poll on Twitter. It'll be on Twitter. Oh, can you? Ooh, good save. Good save. Yeah, it's on my Twitter. Like, who would you rather get? Joseph Afan or David Fratesi? I think no, something else. Like, who you rather get? No, I'm not going to. Take with a mechanical keyboard, like, oh, good. Elemakers. Yeah, Allegri plays 3-5-2. You know what Modric is? Milan's midfield cannot function without Modric. Because Zakanyi seems down. Like he's holding his knee. He isn't good. Ooh, bit. Yeah, look like twisted. Yeah, it looks a bit. Oh yeah, that's a bit twisted. Looks like a bit twisted. It doesn't look too good. He twisted it right to something. But yeah, yeah, Milan. Yeah, yeah, things that kind of. I think it'll be running again. Because the worst it could be a tear. I don't know the medical stuff, but yeah, can you help me? Where are the ligaments again? You get all the injuries. Wonder where new muscle. Which muscle is that? Because the hamstring, like the thigh. The hamstring of the thigh. Ligament, it's I think the knee, around the knee area. ACL is so close to the foot, and then ends the muscle you don't want to tear. Yeah, these ligament. I'm forgetting. Yeah, ligaments. It's the uh hamstring is the thigh area. ACL close to the foot. If I'm mistaken. Yeah, I don't know my physiology because I never taken physiology courses. If I never taken physiology class. Let's see. Bicep, triceps. What else is there? Because muscle tears are a lot more common in football than something like hockey or American football. Oh yeah, Fofana. L, and it didn't get that. Yeah, 3-5-2. Why go 3-5-2 when you have actual wingers? I understand that in Serie, aren't a lot of proper wingers these days. I only count Yildiz, Leao, Pulisic, but Milan, they have 3-5-2. Yeah, they have wingers. You don't Inter, they don't have wingers. No, DeMarco is the creative outlet. I don't know. If I played back four for Inter, I I think one of DeMarco or Bastoni have to go to play if you want to play a back four because they will both occupy the left back position. You see DeMarco playing as a left midfielder. I mean, you play 4-2-3-1 with DeMarco playing as a midfielder. I think left as a left wide midfielder. I mean, you could do that. Left wide midfielder, and then yeah, he's Hakan, Sutic, Barella, but we don't have a 10. I guess Doof, I guess. Because I don't trust Mickey as a 10. His days as a 10 are long gone. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Actually, no, we can put Bonnie as a 10. Put Bonnie or Juve. You're gonna play it back four. And then Luis Enrique is right midfielder. Yeah, Luis Enrique is right midfielder. Dumfries is back four. And say Dumfries doesn't have it anymore. I think that's no, it's gonna be fascinating why he gets getting picked in the national side. Yeah, they have Frimpong. I was even in back three, Dumfries gets picked. I think for the Dutch side, and then there's Stefan de Vrij. Surprisingly, he's getting picked. Yeah, honestly, it's a de Vrij getting picked in the Dutch side. Yeah, De Ligt. Yeah, they have. Yeah, he's having a bench. Yeah, he's starting over De Ligt. I mean, back four is possible, but DeMarco has to play higher up. Bastoni's a left back, or one of them, or just one of them. Keeper Joseph Martinez. Oh, Tamori miss. What a miss. What a miss. Yeah, very close. Yeah, who's I know Fiorentina. Yeah, Fiorentina. I know. Yeah, Pinoli stuff. But yeah, I could. You know what? Probably do watch like 3 matches in a row. Pisa Inter. I forgot Atalanta are playing. Atalanta Fiorentina. I probably won't do a watch along for that. Do one for Roma, Napoli, Pisa, Inter. It's like, yeah, I like to do the Derby del Sole, big one, and title, and maybe for a title race. Like Palestra. Oh wait, he's from Cagliari. No, he's in from Atalanta. Yeah, looking at I just realized I thought he's in Cagliari. But yeah, if Atalanta, what? I just realized something. Yeah, Ederson wants to leave. I would like to get him because he can cover up a lot of space and play the 6, 8, or 6. More likely 6, and kind of cover up a lot of space. In fact, I probably think an upgrade to Fredrup. Yeah, I think it'd be an upgrade to Fredrup because Ederson wants to leave. Take it as an opportunity to take him, but we know it's Oak Tree. They think that they can get youngsters for 25 million. Like you know how hard it is to get the youngsters for 25 million. It's like very hard to get. Where are you going to get those youngsters from the Balkan League, somewhere in the Balkans? I hope they actually produce some ballers. Yeah, 1 minute. It's the thing Oak Tree is. You should know that football is not early 2010s football. It's not 2000s or 2010s football where youngsters are that cheap. No, it's not. It's not anymore. The good youngsters these days go to like 65, 70 million, maybe 100 million. But yeah, it's the Palestra. If they're going to keep Ederson, yeah, half time, 0-0. But yeah, if Atalanta wants to keep Ederson, we probably try for Palestra. This Palestra, yeah, I think for Serie, yeah, Palestra Coyote for Italy, like Palestra Coyote. So yeah, but I would probably go for these two. How do you have them sitting at home while you play Di Lorenzo? But for Inter, Ederson, I would take Ederson first choice, and then yeah, if you can't get Ederson, always fall back to Fredrup or backup. You sell Fortezi. I think we can probably get Fortezi for at least 40 million. Just by the reports, 40 million. Probably to some PL club, probably some PL club. I think more likely Nottingham Forest, Nottingham. But yeah, Fortezi for 40 million. Get Ederson on. Because the net spend would be like 10 million, and Ederson would probably be starting in the midfield. Actually, you could probably Ederson, and we get a actual good penalty taker. You don't Zielinski can actually shoot from distance. Barella, I hope he's probably going to be a pure 8. They don't see Regis as a back. Regis as a backup. What really mean about Barella is one injury from Barella and is going to accumulate over and over again, given how many games he's going to play. His physicality wise is been clear decline. Clear decline physicality. One thing is one injury, like bam, it's gonna be over. One serious injury, that is. All right, be right back. I'm back. Yeah, let me pause this. Let's see. Halftime. Second half. I was saying for Italy, there's really no reason to. But yeah, I think we sell Fratesi. We get Fofana. Oh, wait, get to yeah, we sell Fratesi. We get yeah, you draw board. Drawing session. You get the shade. Actually, no, no. Different. But yeah, sell Fratesi. Get a physical. Get a physical DM. You can cover a lot of spaces. In fact, I think we're going to more like a burn out Barella. Just because we're relying. Is it very too unique for us? You wanna know how reliant we are? Hakon's backup's Barella. So Hakon's off. We have Hakon's wants to rest, you play Barella. But if you gotta play Susage on the right. That's what I think. Change up the eyes. But yeah, I'll be. Do some color theory stuff. But yeah, back. I think Inter they can or can play back for. I think because that involves someone playing the left back. Given given how much he overlaps. Yeah, he overlaps quite a lot. So yeah, yellow, yellow. That. Keep the eyes a more thin. Yeah, this can be different color. I think I think of like I got this idea of making this a little more thinner in a way. Yeah, looking at it, you have. Yeah, let me make this level like that. I think yeah, title would be between. I think this title would still be between Milan and Napoli because yeah, I don't think yeah Inter transitional season. Plus, you're not going to go back. You don't tell me back after losing the UCL like that when you mentally stunt the players. You know that mentally. But you probably what summer. I don't think about Oak Tree is. I have that feeling that they're not going to reinforce well. Like some contract new. I feel that feeling that it's going to be a contract renewal on some players who shouldn't be renewed, given that They need the money, but none of the zombie, very zombie team is going to be in the renewed summer. It should be Darmian. Across that. This gets so far. This just screams up for top four. Happy for just get top four. That's Oak Tree's policy. This that. I guess we can make this iris a little more thinner. I propose a drawing. I think it'd be Thursday a good idea. Yeah, turn out something like that. I don't know this one. You know those yeah, sometimes I do showcase my drawing. Oak Tree decided to do Oak Tree decided to do the same shit again. Like uh yeah, save money is when they're going to be digging a deeper hole with this squad. I'll say oh, then again they are. We didn't yeah, we didn't try to be more ambitious last season with Inzaghi. So what we think they're going to be more ambitious with Kivu. Yeah, before the UCL, I would like Inzaghi to stay, but after that, like nah. Because people will want Inzaghi back. Uh, my thought is, you honestly see him trying to motivate the players that they're getting hammered. You see them getting burned out. What do you think? Yeah, do you think they'll be burned out? I think it'll be burned out a lot quicker. Like another thing, it would conflict with Oak Tree's policy because we know that Inzaghi prefers to play the older players than the younger ones. Is how do you think Inzaghi would try to develop players, younger players? Yeah, let's go and change. it'll be back. Yeah, Watchalong. But I should turn that thin line to a much thinner line. But yeah, second half. Right, scrap of goals. Scrap of goals something. Yeah, yeah, Coyote. Yeah, Palestra. Let's go. It's the Italian side. Midfield. I'll go Locatelli, Tonali, and Barella. I don't know. The thing about Italy is they're actually built for a 3-5-2. 4-4-2 or 3-5-2. Midfield pivot, Tonali and Barella. Midfield 3, Tonali, Barella, and Locatelli. But depth-wise should be a concern. I mean, yeah, Locatelli is either going to be Tonali or Ricci. Locatelli or Rovella. I'll throw Barella and Moretti. That's what I'd go. Yeah, if I'm picking a team. Right backs or wingers. Yeah, I'll keep Orsolini. But probably won't be playing a lot since yeah, the year's 3-5-2 or 4-4-2. If it's a 4-4-2, I'll put DeMarco left. Good. Ooh, good job. Mori. Yeah, you go 4-4-2. DeMarco and Orsolini higher up. I need close. Like good defending by Tamori. And then for yeah, back four, Bastoni or Calafiori. Yeah, Bastoni or Calafiori. Buongiorno or yeah, Buongiorno one end, Gabby on another. Yeah, that's what we'll go for. Because Rovella injured. He's injured, so I think Cristante also should not get game time. Yeah, Mancini, I think you can call him up. Strikers, Ken and Pio. I'll go Ken and Pio. As for Tegui, he's I think he's the type of player who will not show up for big games. Because you watching the last night, yeah, he's a golden boot, but yeah, he got the golden boot, but how many? Because I see him miss a penalty against Arsenal and miss a tapping against Real Madrid to draw the game. That's enough for me. So that he's not a big game player. He's under. You need players who can actually perform under pressure. Of course, I wouldn't mind benching Bastoni for Calafiori. But yeah, Donnarumma, Karszewski. That's where I go. Right back, I would go Coyote and Palestra. No more of these Di Lorenzos. And Cuckoo. I'll be able to. I'll be yeah for Italy. Center backs are very unfortunate. Keep getting Scalpi injuries, Kamaka injuries. I don't know, these are Atalanta players being ruined by injuries. Oh yeah, we don't have. We can throw in Fagioli while we're at it. Fagioli. Domori, ooh, good save. That's Leao. Leao, but that beautiful play. Beautiful play. You know, tap in. Tap in. But yeah, quick passing. 1, 2, 3, bam. Leao. One, two, three. Look at it. Point blank. Point blank. 2, 3, bam. Yeah, who? Yeah, easy. Easy tap in. This is tap in. Point blank. You know, point blank. Yeah, 1-0 for Milan. Yo, it's Lazio. A closer to goal. The reason why I don't have the usual GNA because yeah, imagine that I think these days judging wingers on GNA. Right, yeah, you're judging players on GNA. It's sad reality. Can you imagine judging Ronaldinho on GNA? Can you imagine? Yeah, if Ronaldinho's play today, you have an environment where players are judged by by their goals and assists. Yeah, just by their goals and assists, and play a lot more robotic. In 2000s football, it's a lot more free flowing, more individual brilliance. I think it was a lot more relationist for in 2000s. 2000s football is a lot more relationist. Relationist. Yeah, I think. Do you want? I want to look at what continent dominates. It is Brazil Argentina domination. I think you see more relationist football. You see more European dominance. I see more positional play. That's what I think. Because I think South America's sides are a lot more relationist, given how they grow up. They grow up in Italy. I don't know, the youth system seems outdated. Actually, I read somewhere where the reason why the youth aren't getting called out as much is because the youth system's outdated. But not this. The close. We're close. But yeah, Spain's very technical sides, especially La Masia. I think 2010's La Masia, they don't. Yeah, read somewhere where La Masia don't do a lot of weight training, but these days they are. For Italy, they got to. You think you go physical, tactical, but not technical. In fact, I don't. Yeah, when does Italy produce a left winger like Insigne? Maybe the Chiesa, but he playing center forward or winger. There's just something with Italy being allergic to wingers. England, I know the physicality, very physical side, but the difference is they actually play the youth. They're the youth and the money. Germany, they're taught to play as a unit. But yeah, the Italy system, youth system, I think needs massive updates. Also, yeah, what I would do is Serie is, yeah, make the games more available to watch. That's how you fight. Is either if the old dinosaurs want to complain about piracy, let's make the games available to watch. Make the games available to watch. Because yeah, make the games available to watch. There are people willing to pay. Yeah, there are people willing to pay and miss. Yeah, they're willing to pay and is how can it be like no Syria in India or China or in Southeast Asia? Like how can you not have that? Untapped market. I mean, they used to in the 90s, but now they don't. And they cry about piracy. Like people who are willing to watch the games. They don't care if they're going to get a virus or whatever. Kanye doing everything. Doing everything, so Kanye. Also, another thing, reduce the team to 18. 18, but have parachute payments if they're willing to play the youth. Because there's no reason for lower teams to. Yeah, the lower teams need to play the youth. I don't know why, but I know, I know that for the bigger teams, I don't. It's going to be very tough given that. Yeah, it's given in that it'd be part. They're fighting for win something or UCL or European football, but I understand that. But parachute payments, playing amount of certain amount of Italian players with certain amount of minutes, they get the payment. Otherwise, yeah. Yeah, 20. Yeah, a certain amount of certain amount of cash for a certain amount of playing a certain amount of players for a certain amount of minutes. It fit the criteria like okay, You relegated. We're gonna give you a parachute payment for actually trying. You're getting drilled by Fofana. You get how do you get Fofana, congrats for running. You know all the dribbling work and then only to fuck that up. Congrats, Fofana. No, the most Fofana thing is for him to dribble past the entire, dribble past the entire Lazio squad, only for him to miss miss that shot. To yeah, Fofana, congratulations, Fofana. Congratulations. Yeah. The dribble on. Oh, what's it? You get cooked by Fofana of all people. Like, oh, there's a shot. Yeah, Fofana. Yeah, congratulations, Fofana. No Fofana thing you can ever. Yeah, Fofana. Congratulations. It's 1-0. It's gonna be 1-0 Cortomuso, isn't it? You know what I just realized right now? I hit the button on my. I hit the volume button on my mechanical keyboard and it just muted everything. Like, huh? It doesn't have a mute button. It has a mute button. Huh. But yeah, Telemakers. Zaggy, Cross. Leo. Ooh, good save. Providale, good save. Providale, good save. Like Providale, good save. If Summary could have went in. No, Fofana. Most Fofana thing teams ever. Ever. Average. Average is so high up. Yep. Fofana off. Like, okay. Enough with the funny stuff. You know, we could play Trishari. Ricci. You thought Modric going to play as an 8. I thought Modric going to play as an 8. What? But shit, come on. Yeah, Fofana. It's summary Fofana. Uh, yeah, you have Mignon. With Mignon, you watch Karnashevsky. Yeah, you mean watch Mignon, you watch Providale. And you think, okay, Summer's not making those saves. Yes. And looking at saves, Mignon and Providale making this so far in the game. Summer, Summer's not making those saves anymore. He's not making those saves anymore. In fact, Joseph Martinez, I don't think. Yeah, I think he should be starting because what Summer's doing these days, just doing the ball playing. That's it. Ball playing. But now we need an actual keeper. Like, okay. Eh, eh, What did the other challengers do? Rerun, looking up. I didn't do that. I just show up the trend. I do shows up. Come on, come on. Yeah, I should probably try that. Try that challenge. Of course, it'll probably be a fine sketch, quick sketch. But I should do the raw and cut raw and cut sketch. Because at the same time, I don't want to color everything. I'm too lazy to. Like, they're probably raw and cut. I got a few ideas I could probably draw. Bless me. Bless me. Yeah, either going to be another drawing session. I think another drawing session next week. Drawing session FC26. Or is yelling at TV, of course. Pedro. Anytime you'd be aware of the teams playing for a contract. Careful of that. Tunnels. Ooh, good save. Yeah, looking at the shots, Milan. Yeah, look at the shots Milan and Lazio are shooting. You know that's the difference between two keepers. The difference. Yep. Okay, it's goals that concede. Oh, close. Saki. Oh, go. Off this cheek. Oh, good pass. Foul. Yellow. It's a clear yellow. It's a clear yellow. Yellow. Telemacher's got the ball first. Ooh, come on. Come on. That's gotta hurt. You know that's gotta hurt right there. You just get stepped on by a football boot. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. No one wants to do that. It's very yellow. Rafael Leao. The free kick range. They don't have. Yeah, they look at Modric. You can take free kicks. That's the thing. Oh, Oak Tree. You know, the only time when I throw away the 30-year-old, I would take. I'm okay with the policy because that's how Real Madrid scouts players. That's how Real Madrid scouts players. No one over 30. Unless you have to be very exceptional. I would adopt that because I think that yeah, if not for Zlatan, there's also Luka Modric. I think we should probably do it for Sergio Ramos. It would bring him. You know what? 3 years older, but the difference is leadership. Let's set the team straight. Saki and corner. Oh, block. Saki. Oh, go. Speed. 6 players. Hero. Hold it. Yeah, look at it. Oh, good block. Good block. Yeah, Salamaker's good shot. That's a good shot by Salamakers. that you can get that. Yeah, I think yeah, Milan can actually park the bus because I think that Lazio they will make the same mistake as I don't see them make the same mistake as us. Milan can afford to. Fine. Road cross, get that. The oh, get that. Yeah, central areas. Look at Milan bills. Central areas or Barsagi. Salamakers. Close. I think yeah, January. Gotta make like two signings. One or two signings. I can see at most two signings. Sell Cortezi, get a physical midfielder. Sell a sell Cherby, waiting though has 6 months left of the contract. We get yeah, like Milan, like Lazio is so open. It's just me or Lazio is just so open. And Milan's like carving their midfield that easily. But, yeah, Lazio looks so open in the midfield. It's so open when Milan just cutting through like nothing. Or they have Rabiot and Fofana. That was help out. You know? Well, easy catch. Yeah, it's either going to be that or bouncing ball. Yeah, it's gonna be repeat. The difference is Lazio's midfield gets cut open too easily. Yeah. Offside. Offside. Yeah, Ricci coming on. Yeah, Ricci is relegated to the bench. Yeah, look at Milan. They're just defending deep. Wait, what? 4? That's such an easy catch. Yeah, like 6 players already. Lose the ball. There's already 6 players. Yeah, fifth striker. I look at someone who can do a 1v1, or maybe play someone as a 10. Rich. Oh, it's lucky. Huh. Drop, drop, drop the pen again. You're dropping things. But yeah, I think drawing session. I have like 3 things to draw. Come on, yeah. No foul. Handball? It's not a handball. It's not a handball. It's not a handball. Okay, that's a foul right there. That's a foul right there. No, that's not a handball. That is not a handball. Yeah, bang. I catch that. Yeah, it'd be the same mistake. Yeah, Lazio made the same mistake that we did. Like, okay, we don't play it like that. Cross, easy catch. Yeah, the match is really done. They hit. I mean, for Milan, they're defending comfortably, not hanging by a thread. Pedro's down. But 5 minutes of extra time. Yep. What the fuck? Patrick Quindouzi. Yeah, the cross and hope the best. You're making the same mistake. Make the same mistake. Oh, come on. God, tap. Tap. Okay, do a VAR check. No, that's not a handball. That is not a handball. That's not a handball. That's not a handball. That is not a handball. That is, you know, that's not a handball. He, you know, it's a surprise. I was surprised he was given. But then again, it's the Serie reps. They've been getting handball when it's unintentional. When it's unintentional, you know, I'm not, you know, Serie reps. Serie reps giving a handball unintentional. You know, okay, in Milan Serie, it was an unintentional. Okay, if it's an unintentional handball, then it's given. You know, we must shoot. Because we're getting red for Allegri. Allegri with a red. Since, you know, it's the most Allegri-esque thing. We're the most Allegri-esque thing. Yeah, this is the most Allegri-esque thing. Hmm. It was actually given. Okay. You know, it was actually given. Apparently, you can give penalties for unintentional handballs. I see it happen to us at Inter many times. Oh, we'll take off jacket. I think his jacket like ugh. I think it rip his jacket off. Yeah, they take his jacket off. The most hilarious thing. Take his jacket and just throw it away. Yeah, yeah, Allegri. It's Allegri. The most hilarious thing. Okay. So yeah. That that's not a penalty. That's because that is not a penalty. Oh, that's not a penalty to me. Yeah. It'll be alright, check. I just think you can see the screen also. You can see it on screen. Spend what 10 minutes in. It's almost gonna be 10 minutes in. They check is it a penalty or is it not? Okay. Verdict. Good verdict and stuff. Not a penalty. Not a penalty. Foul. Penalty. Yep. It's not a penalty. To be fair, it's not a penalty. It happened to us. It is not a penalty. It is not foul. Not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's because I know that there's some unintentional stuff. It's Milan. It's not a penalty either. I mean, it's not a penalty for those games either. It's not a penalty. And so at the times when Inter didn't get the times Yeah, the times when Inter got that. That's not a penalty either. Is accidental. Is unintentional. They take a time off. Because I know that Allegri was suspended for the next game. It's out. He's out. Yep. Oh, we have to wait for Roma Napoli. The actual title race. But yeah, Milan. You know, they played well. I mean, Lazio. They made the same mistakes as we did because once Milan gets a goal, they can afford to sit back because Milan doesn't concede that easily. Milan is Super Saiyan mode. Milan being compact defending. You need a Bacharotto type player or Pisa. Or go Pisa where you go 2-2. But yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Milan contending for the league title. Milan, Napoli. If it weren't for those two, it would be Roma. But then again, with Roma, it's a Gasperini side, and I think they'll burn out mid or late season. Top four is like Inter, Juve, Como, Bologna. Okay, so far. Como might get top four. Bologna, I think Italian sides are starting to click. I had them like 6th, 7th, 9th because Italian average rankings. They're clicking right now. All right, I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow I'll do the Inter Watchalong and the Derby del Sole. All right, everyone. Bye bye. See you soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, usual YouTube stuff. Bye again.